Hello and welcome to all you Geminis. Welcome for the first month of 2016. January already, and what's going on for the Geminis? I always start when I look at the monthly horoscopes, and I've been doing there for quite some years actually. And I always look at the asteroids, but I don't always mention them. I only mention them when I see some significance there. And now there is again Pallas. It's one of my favorite asteroids, and it's in Capricorn together with a whole bunch of other planets in Capricorn. And that is your 8th house, you Geminis. So it's going to be a rather deep month for the Geminis. And a deep month, a month of psychological insights. Yes. Why do I say that? Because Pallas is an asteroid of wisdom. It's connected to wisdom. It's connected to truth. It's connected to strategy, planning, doing some planning there, doing some long-term planning. And I know Geminis in general. Geminis are very quick. It's a quick sign. It always goes here and there, and it's very, very witty as well, and very quick in understanding. But now it's a good time to go a bit more slow, to slow down a little bit. It's your ruler, Mercury going retrograde anyway, as from the 6th up until around the 26th. So you know these times that standing still in a particular area of your life is going to give you a lot of insights, but also improvement for the future. Standing still is not always negative. Sometimes it is, but with the Mercury retrograde, it's not. And all this wisdom and strategy and planning, if you apply that on the 8th house, it's going to give you a lot of insights. Because Mercury also stands still in that house and goes retrograde and goes together with Pluto, the planet of truth, the planet of, I don't want to hide anything for you. I'm going to give you the whole truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. This is, and in what kind of area? In the 8th house area, which is a lot of different things, but in general it's really your psychological setup, you could say. So there's going to be a lot more understanding when it comes to your own psychology. If you want to attack some fears that you have and battle them, I don't mean attack, but battle those fears that you have, imaginative or not, it's a good time to play the strategy. To be very strategic. Look, first I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do that, and be very wise in those decisions. And a lot of you can battle a great deal and collecting a lot of strength during this month of January because of that. For others, it will simply have to do with money. It will have to do with money that you share with a significant other. So maybe there are things that need to be revised. So again, don't see this as negative. It's only showing that there are some truths there that need to be considered, or that need to be shown to you, towards you, and that need to be dealt with. The more you see that, the quicker you see that, the better. So for instance, if you see that more money of both of you and your significant other, there's too much going out, there's too less coming in, these things need to be tackled. And you can now. You've got the time and the opportunity now to do so, because your thinking is heightened here. You're going to think very deep about shared resources, maybe doing something else with your pension plan, maybe doing something else with tax refund or whatever. Anything that has to do with money that's owned to you, money that you get, not because you worked for it, but just money that you share with someone else close to you. Or inheritance. It could mean also inheritances that come across, that maybe there was a problem before and you couldn't, there were some family problems or whatever, and now there is a solution there, as from the end of the month. Could be the case as well. So there is resolvement, there is wisdom growing in that 8th house, and that's fantastic. I mean, even for a Gemini who's not really keen on all those deep stuff, but it can also simply mean that you are going to find some clues when it comes to the mystery of life. That's also the 8th house and metaphysics, the occult. I find very much that when Mercury went retrograde in my 8th house, I gathered a lot of new insights when it comes to what we are here to do, but also life after death, and also these kind of things that people, the untangible, the things that we cannot grasp. It could be simply as that you are going to find some wisdom there. There's also a new moon there on the 10th. So expect around the 10th of the month. There are some solutions coming up, and it's like the old goes away and the new comes in. It's like a new method you apply for all those areas that I just mentioned. Now Venus is in your opposite sign. This is good. This is good. If there have been some, especially when you had some troubles in relationships, now Venus in Sagittarius in your 7th house is like you understand them again. Thank God. And there is some more gentleness and in 2 directions actually. So this is nice. This is nice for you. Nice energy. So expect relationships going a bit smoother. If they were already going well, it's a continuation and even an improvement of that. So it could also mean, if you are looking for a relationship, that you really think about it a lot and go out. You can meet someone that is going to be very significant for you, but maybe through a friend, because Venus trines Uranus in the 11th house, and maybe a friend can become a little bit more there. Then Mars is in Scorpio, and this is your house of your day-to-day routines, your day-to-day work, and it's very strong there, the Mars, beautifully aspected with Neptune and Pluto. So expect that there is a lot of vim in you, and that you have a lot of energy to, or more than you used to have when it considers your day-to-day work, your day-to-day routines. It is January, so people tend to start all over again, you could say, when it comes to work in specifically. But that is good. That is really good. Mars is quite well aspected and will be there for a long time. It will go back into that house later in the months, but I'll talk about that in other videos. So if you want to start a new regime, you could say, when it comes to your health, maybe working out, or maybe a new diet, it's a very good time to do so in January, especially when Mars comes into that 6th house, which will be around the 4th. Because Mars is action. I want to do that. I want to initiate. So you can start. You can start. If it's gonna last, we'll see next month. We'll see in the other months. I think it will. Maybe you're gonna stop and then you will return and adjust a little bit, and then off you go again, because of the long term of Mars there. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you a very good month, and thank you so much for supporting me as well, this YouTube channel. Keep on doing so, and see you next month. Bye bye.